Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the question paper yesterday's means 4th October question paper JEE mains question paper we are going to discuss. Hope you have written well yesterday's exam. The total paper we'll discuss. Just a moment. Yeah. So first one is what yesterday's 9th class JEE mains October 4th question paper. And that first one is what in which of the following molecules the central atom is not sp3 dehydrazed. So which one is not? So whenever is they like this question here, not we have to underline first. Not sp3d. They asked what? Which is not sp3d. So here PCl5 in this phosphorus is what now 15th group element, 5 valence electrons, 5 valence electrons given in 5 bonds. So around the phosphorus 5 bond pairs, 5 bond pairs. And as phosphorus has only 5 valence electrons, all the 5 electrons given in the bond formation. No lone pairs of electrons on phosphorus. So only 5 bond pairs around the phosphorus central atom. So what is the VSCPR notation? AB5. AB5 means what? 5 bond pairs. 5 bond pairs meaning what? 5 hybrid orbitals. So sp3d. And here ClF3, central atom Cl. Chlorine has how many valence electrons? 7. Out of 7, how many single bonds around the Cl? 3 single bonds. In 3 single bonds, Cl has given how many electrons? 3 electrons. Out of 7 electrons, 3 contributed. Still how many left over on the Cl? Still 4 electrons. 4 electrons in the form of how many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs. So 2 lone pairs around the Cl, 3 bond pairs. So AB3, L2. AB3, L2. So 3 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. So totally how many electron pairs? There are 5 electron pairs again around the Cl, central atom. So again, sp3d. Here, selenium. Selenium belongs to which group? 16. Group 16. How many valence electrons in it? 6 valence electrons. How many monovalent atoms? 6 monovalent atoms. So selenium has formed how many bonds around it? 6 bonds. 6 bonds, 6 electrons contributed. Now no lone pairs on selenium. All 6 are bond pairs. So A, B6 it is. A, B6. 6 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs. So 6 bond pairs indicating 6 hybrid orbitals. 6 hybrid orbitals indicating sp3d2 it is. So sp3d2. So it is not sp3d, remember. It's not sp3d. It is what? No, sp3d2. And xenon difluoride. In xenon, how many valence electrons, outermost electrons totally? There are 8 valence electrons. Out of 8, how many electrons contributed? 2 electrons contributed. Still how many there? 6 electrons. 6 electrons in the form of how many lone pairs? 3 lone pairs. So 3 lone pairs and 2 bonds, 2 bond pairs. So AB2, L3. AB2, L3. So totally how many electron pairs now? 5 electron pairs. 5 electron pairs indicating what? sp3d. But they asked what? Not sp3d. So answer is what? Selenium hexafluoride. Like sulfur hexafluoride, selenium hexafluoride also sp3d2. Remember. Next, second one. Molecule obtained by sp3d2 hybridization has the bond angle of what? It is 90 degrees. So in sp3d2 case, what will be bond angle? 90 degrees is bond angle, remember. It is what? sp3 bond angle. It is sp2 bond angle 120. And sp3d2, sp3d3, sp3d3, that is pentagonal bipyramid, has 2 types of bond angles. 72 and 90 will be there. But only 90 will be in what? sp3d2, that is octahedral geometry. So answer is what now here? 90 degrees. Next, NH bond between nitrogen and hydrogen bond in ammonia molecule. First of all, recall ammonia molecule formula. NH3. In NH3, NH bonds, how many there? 3 NH bonds there. So in that, nitrogen undergoes which hybridization? sp3 hybridization. The central atom nitrogen in ammonia undergoes what? sp3 hybridization. So between sp3 hybrid orbital of nitrogen and s orbital of hydrogen. There will be bond. So what is the answer now here? sp3 versus s. sp3 of nitrogen, s of hydrogen. It is sigma bond. So it is what now? sp3s. sp3s sigma bond is correct answer here. So next one, sigma sp2s bond is present in. Sigma sp2s bond is present in. Here carbon undergoes what? sp3 in CH4. So sp3 versus s there here. And here nitrogen has what? sp3. sp3 versus s of hydrogen. But they asked for sp2 versus s. And silicon tetrachloride. In this also silicon undergoes sp3. sp3 versus p here. The p orbital of Cl and sp3 of silicon. So sp3 versus p bond is there here, sigma. Here in this case, the bond is between what now here? sp2 carbon. Double bonded carbon is what? sp2 carbon. This one also double bonded carbon, sp2 carbon. So here between double bonded carbon, that is sp2 carbon and H, there will be sp2s. sp2s. And here also sp2s between hydrogen and carbon. Between Cl and carbon here, carbon is sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon versus Cl what? P orbital involved here. So sp2 versus p will be between carbon and Cl. Between carbon, hydrogen, sp2s. They asked what here? Sigma sp2s will be present in what? This fourth option. In fourth option only sp2 carbons there here. Double bonded carbons are called sp2 carbons. Next, hybridization in SO2 molecule is. I gave you one formula, right? H equals to half of V plus M minus C plus A. V plus M minus what? C plus A. So V plus M minus C plus A meaning what here? V plus M minus C plus A indicates what here? One formula for number of hybrid orbitals. So number of hybrid orbitals, how many here? In this we have to calculate. So here half into V, valence electrons, how many in sulfur? Sulfur valence electrons will be 6. Plus any monovalent atoms here? No. Oxygen are bivalent atoms. No monovalent atoms. So V valence electrons 6 plus monovalent 0. Minus, it is neither cation nor anion, right? Neither cation nor anion. It is neutral molecule. So cation charge C is 0, anion charge A is 0. It is neutral molecule. So how many valence electrons? 6 here. 6 plus monovalent atom 0. So 6 by 2 we have taken. 6 by 2 how much? 3. 3 is what? 3 hybrid orbitals. 3 hybrid orbitals will be present in sulfur. 3 hybrid orbitals indicating what? sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. So what formula we have to use here to find out the type of hybridization in the given species? H equals to number of hybrid orbitals is equal to half into V plus M minus C plus A. Please have a notebook and pen. Please note down whatever I say. Question number 45. What is the formula to be applied? H, number of hybrid orbitals, H equals to half into V plus M minus C plus A. V is what? Valence electrons in the central atom, plus M is monovalent atoms, minus C is cationic charge. Okay, plus A is what? Anionic charge. Here anionic charge 0 for this SO2, cation charge 0, monovalent atoms number also is 0, M is 0. So number of valence electrons V 6 by 2, that is equal to 3 hybrid orbitals, that is sp2 hybridization. Come on. Next, using molecular orbital theory, predict means guess. Okay, so which of the following species has the shortest bond length? Here they asked what now? Shortest bond length. Now bond length and bond order, how they are related? Bond length and bond order, how they are related? Inversely proportional to each other. More the bond order, less bond length. So bond order and bond length both are what? Inversely proportional to each other. So here they asked about bond length here, not bond order. So shortest bond length. Shortest bond length means bond order should be highest. Okay. So shortest bond length. So shortest bond length means what generally? Bond order highest. Here bond order value is what now here? O2 minus 2 O2 minus 2 is what? It is having minus 1. One bond order 1 here. Bond order 1 least means what? Highest bond length. But they ask the shortest. So O2 minus 2. Again, same is given. Printing mistake actually here. The O2 minus 2, O2 minus 2 given. Actually, in question paper, you have to check it once. It is proofreading paper. In question paper, how it is given, third option, fourth option, we'll check it once. Okay, so remember that O2 minus 2 bond order will be minus 1. Sorry, bond order will be 1. Bond order is 1 means least. Least bond order indicates what? Highest bond length. But they asked what shortest bond length here. Shortest bond length. This minus 2 is not answer. Next, minus 1 is what now here? 1.5 bond order. 1.5 bond order means somewhat bond length is more than 1 10 power minus 2. And here O2 plus 1. O2 plus 1 is what now here? Oxygen O2 molecule is 2 bond order. O2 plus 1 will be 2.5. 2.5 bond order means highest. Highest bond order meaning what? Highest bond order indicates what? Least bond length. Shortest bond length. So shortest bond length will be taken for what now here? The shortest bond length will be taken for O2 plus 2. O2 plus. In the given species, O2 plus must come here. So this question here, two options are given same. We will check it here, whether can be given add score or can be changed. We'll discuss about it. Okay. So here same options are given in this case. Okay. I will let you know about this 46th question. Can be given add score or not. Okay. So next one, 47th one. So what you have to understand in this question is that bond length and bond order both are inversely proportional to each other. When bond order is greater, bond length will be lesser. So here bond order is greater for what? O2 plus. Okay, so O2 molecule, we know O2 molecule has what now here? O2 molecule has 2 bond order. There in O2 molecule paramagnetic, why we say according to molecular orbital theory, why we say oxygen is paramagnetic in nature. In oxygen, pi star 2px, 1 electron is there, ABMO. Pi star 2py, 1 ABMO is there, right? So now from ABMO, we have to remove 1 electron to get what? O2 plus. To get O2 plus, we have to remove 1 electron from ABMO, pi star 2py ABMO. When you remove electron from ABMO, anti-bonding molecular orbitals, what happens there? The bond order will increase. When you remove electron from anti-bonding molecular orbital pi star 2py, bond order slightly increases. When bond order increases, what happens there? Bond length will become least. That's why highest bond order, and least bond length will be there for O2 plus. That point keep in mind. Shortest bond length that's there. So next, the bond order of He2 plus molecular species. It is molecular cation, molecular anion. Molecular cation it is He2 plus. Generally, helium has how many electrons? 2 electrons. Helium has 2 electrons. 2 helium atoms together, 4 electrons. From 4 electrons, 1 electron removed here. 1 electron removed. Then how many electrons left over here? In this, 3 electrons left over. How many electrons there in this? 3 electrons left over. 3 electrons indicates what now here? Sigma 1s2 configuration, sigma star 1s1. Sigma star 1s2, sigma star 1s1. Okay, now here what is the bond order formula? Half of Nb minus Na. Nb means number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. Sigma 1s2, 2 electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. Nb value 2. Minus Na is how much? 1. Nb minus Na, 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is what here? Bond order. So for 3 electrons of helium 2 plus, what will be bond order? 1 by 2 is bond order, remember. Okay. So next, which of the following species, has maximum number of unpaired electrons? Maximum number of unpaired electrons. So if you take oxygen configuration, in oxygen configuration, we know that pi star 2px 1 electron unpaired, pi star 2py 1 electron unpaired. 2 unpaired electrons are there. In O2 molecule, why it is paramagnetic? We say oxygen according to molecular orbital theory. Here in O2 molecule, 1 electron will be present in pi star 2px, 1 electron will be present in pi star 2py. 2 unpaired electrons there. How O2 plus is formed? If you remove 1 electron from pi star 2py, Only one unpaired electron will be there in this. Here 2 unpaired electrons, here 1 unpaired electron. How we get O2 minus 1? If O2 molecule gains 1 electron, already pi star 2px 1 electron is there, pi star 2py 1 electron is there in O2, right? Now 1 electron gained in the formation of minus 1. That means what happens that the gained electron will go to pi star 2px, pi star 2px. Now pi star 2py only has unpaired electron. One unpaired electron here, here one unpaired electron. And O2 minus 2 means, O2 minus 2 means, if this oxygen molecule has gained how many electrons? 2 electrons. One electron will go to pi star 2px and one electron will go to pi star 2py. So the O2 minus 2 will have what now? Pi star 2px with 2 electrons, pi star 2py also with 2 electrons. All electrons will be paired in this. 0 unpaired electrons here. Here 1 unpaired electron. Here 1 unpaired electron. Here O2 has 2 unpaired electrons. So maximum number of unpaired electrons present in what? O2 molecule. So for everything you have to write what? Electronic configuration, molecular orbital, electronic configuration we have to write first. Next, the correct statement for the molecule CsI3, CsI3, cesium, okay, triiodide. So in this case now here, cesium plus 1 is there, cesium plus 1 and I3 minus 1. Cesium plus 1 and I3 minus 1. Okay, ma. So cesium plus 1 is what now? Alkali metal cation. I3 minus 1 has which type of hybridization in which we discussed in an example? sp3d will be there here. sp3d. One iodine acts as central atom, two iodine atoms act as surrounding atoms, terminal atoms. So in central iodine, what will be type of hybridization? sp3d. sp3d hybridization will be there in this. So what will be present here? It contains what? Cesium plus cation and I3 minus anion. So this will be answer. Okay. So next, bond order normally gives idea about what stability of the molecular species. Okay. All the molecules, namely H2, Li2 and B2 have same bond order. Yet they are, okay, what different means what? They are not same stable. They are not equally stable. Their stability order is what? Their stability order is what? Here answer is what? Second option. In case of second option, what we have to check now here, why second option is more stable is that first we have to write electronic configuration. Here H2, hydrogen what? 2 electrons there na? Sigma 1s2. Sigma 1s2. Sigma 1s2 means 2 electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals BMO minus ABMO by 2 will give bond order. Number of electrons in BMO minus number of electrons in ABMO by 2 will give bond order. So here 2 electrons there, na? Sigma 1s 2 electrons there. So 2 minus 0, no unpaired, no electrons in anti-bonding here in H2. So 2 minus 0, 2, 2 by 2, 1. 1 is bond order here. Okay, all electrons in BMO here. Okay, and lithium 2 and B2 we have to write. Lithium 2 means how many electrons? 3 plus 3, 6 electrons. How to write 6 electrons configuration? Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Are you all having notebook and pen? Please note it down. Lithium 2 molecule, Li2 molecule has 6 electrons totally. How to distribute 6 electrons? Sigma 1s 2 electrons, sigma star 1s 2 electrons, sigma 2s 2 electrons. Now 4 electrons in BMO, 2 electrons in ABMO. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 by 2, 1. So 1 is bond order again. And B2 also what? Same. So here nuclear charges are different here. Nuclear charges are different, and also number of electrons in anti-bonding electrons and the number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals. All these we have to take into consideration, and we have to say this order is correct order. So only electrons present in BMO that will be more stable. Only electrons present in BMO will be more stable. And here in lithium 2, how many electrons in ABMO anti-bonding molecular orbitals? 2 electrons only. Sigma star 1s has 2 electrons here. If you take B2 molecule, boron molecule has how many electrons? 5 plus 5, 10 electrons. How to distribute? Sigma 1s, sigma star 1s2. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. Sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2. Okay. So after this, what we have take pi 2px, pi 2py, pi 2px, pi 2py. So electrons are in pi bonding molecular orbitals. Pi bond is weaker than sigma bond, right? If electrons are present in pi bond, weaker. Okay, if electrons present in anti-bonding molecular orbitals, weaker bond. So in that way, we take order of H2 greater than Li2 greater than B2. All these have same bond order 1. But the stability depends on what? Number of electrons in BMO, number of electrons in ABMO, and number of electrons in sigma BMO, number of electrons in pi BMO. If electrons in pi BMO, less stable. If electrons more in sigma BMO, more stability. Okay, so this way we have to understand the order. Okay. So next, which has trigonal bipyramidal shape? Trigonal bipyramidal means what? sp3d. Trigonal bipyramidal geometry is for sp3d hybridization. So in this case, if you observe here, in this case, xenon has how many valence electrons? 8. 8 valence electrons. Out of 8, 2 electrons given in 2 bonds with fluorine. Fluorine monovalent atoms, 2 single bonds formed by fluorine. And each oxygen is what? Bivalent atom. Bivalent atom. So here with each oxygen, double bond should be there. Xenon double bond O, xenon double bond O, xenon double bond O. So 6 bonds here. 6 bonds, 6 electrons given with oxygen. 2 bonds, 2 electrons given with fluorine. So totally 8 electrons given for bonding here. Totally 3 double bonds with oxygen, 2 single bonds with fluorine. In 2 single bonds, 2 electrons given by xenon. In 3 double bonds, 6 electrons given by xenon. So given xenon has given how many electrons? 6 electrons for oxygen for 3 double bonds, 2 electrons for fluorine for 2 single bonds. So like this, xenon has given all its 8 valence electrons. Now what is the notation now here? 2 bond pairs with fluorine, 3 bond pairs with oxygen, 3 bond pairs with oxygen, 2 bond pairs with fluorine. So totally 5 bond pairs. 5 bond pairs indicating AB5. AB5 means 5 hybrid orbitals. 5 hybrid orbitals indicating what? Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Shape will be trigonal bipyramidal. For what? Xenon, oxygen, fluoride. Okay, trioxygen difluoride. Okay. So next, the stability of the species lithium 2, lithium 2 minus, Li2 plus, Li2 plus, Li2 minus, Li2 molecule. So if you take these 3 species of lithium, 3 species of lithium if you take, so the order will be this one here. The order of what now? What they are stability. Stability is directly proportional to what bond order we know. Stability is directly proportional to bond order. So more the bond order, more stability. More the bond order, more stability. One thing to understand here. So number of electrons in BMO, if it is more bond order, more stability. If number of electrons in anti-bonding orbitals is more, less bond order, less stability. So this way we have to take stability order by writing electronic configuration for the 3 species of lithium. So this will be correct order of lithium species. They are called lithium molecular species. It is lithium molecule. It is Li2 plus is what? Lithium molecular cation. This one lithium molecular anion. So this way we have to understand concept. So next, which of the following pairs of molecules or ions are not likely to exist? Which will not be existing here. So here, if you take what here, third option, H2 means molecule hydrogen. Hydrogen molecule has 2 electrons. Out of 2 electrons, how many electrons lost here? Plus 2 indicating 2 electrons lost. From 2 electrons in hydrogen molecule, 2 electrons lost. Then what will be left over electrons? 0. No electrons. So 0 bond order. 0 bond order means what? Does not exist. And helium 2. Helium 2 means what? No, 4 electrons. Each helium atom has 2 electrons. So 4 electrons, how to distribute? Sigma 1s 2 electrons. Sigma star 1s 2 electrons. BMO electrons 2. Anti-bonding molecular orbitals also 2 electrons. NB minus Na 2 minus 2 by 2. Okay, that will be 0 bond order again. So both have 0 bond order means the 2 species do not exist. Okay, ma'am. Next one, in the formation of homodiatomic molecules, n number of atomic orbitals combined, suppose. So when N2 molecule, okay, O2 molecule or C2 molecule, any type of homonuclear diatomic molecule means made up of same type of atoms. Remember, so homonuclear diatomic atoms, if you take n number of atomic orbitals combining, in that case, the total number of bonding molecular orbitals will be the total number of BMO will be what? They ask. First of all, we have to understand n is number of atomic orbitals. If n number of atomic orbitals combine with each other, n number of molecular orbitals will be forming. What will be forming? N number of atomic orbitals will give n number of molecular orbitals first. In that n number of molecular orbitals, n by 2 will be BMO, n by 2 will be ABMO. In n number of molecular orbitals formed, n by 2 number will be BMO, bonding molecular orbitals, and n by 2 will be anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So in this way, we have to understand what. So n by 2 is the answer here. N by 2 is n by 2 number of BMO and n by 2 number of ABMO will be forming. Total number of molecular orbitals, how many formed? N, because n number of atomic orbitals combining here. Okay, next. So which of the following molecular orbitals, okay, has two nodal planes? Two nodal planes means what now? Pi star 2px or pi star 2py, or which type of orbital we have to check first here. So remember that pi anti-bonding. Pi anti-bonding. Here pi star indicates what? Anti-bonding. Okay, pi anti-bonding molecular orbitals will have two nodal planes. Nodal plane means the plane with zero electron density between the two nuclei. The plane with zero electron density is called what, ma? Nodal plane. So how many nodal planes will be there in pi star 2py or pi star 2px? Two nodal planes will be there. In this case, only two nodal planes will be there. If you take only pi 2py without star, one nodal plane, remember. So that way, a pi star 2px and pi star 2py type of anti-bonding pi molecular orbitals will have what? Two nodal planes in each. Next, arrange the following molecules in the order of what? No, bond angle they ask, increasing order of bond angle. Okay, so here in all these cases, what is common? Hydrogen is common. Surrounding atoms same. Central atom changing. Here oxygen is central atom. Here sulfur is central atom. Here selenium is central atom. Here tellurium is central atom. Okay. Now here oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, all these belong to same group, right? Now from top to bottom, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, the size will be increasing. When size increases, electronegativity decreases. So oxygen is more electronegative here. If central atom is more electronegative, more bond angle. More electronegativity of central atom, more bond angle. So H2O has more electronegative central atom, so more bond angle. So what will be answer now? H2O has more bond angle than H2O has more bond angle than H2S greater than H2SC greater than HT, tellurium. H2T means what? Tellurium hydride. So selenium hydride, sulfur hydride, oxygen hydride. So like this, what now here we get a bond order out of this one, this way. Next, consider the following iodides, Pi3. So all these here. So in this case, again, all these iodides only. What is common again here? The surrounding iodine is same. Surrounding atoms are same. Central atom changing, you check it here. So here phosphorus, okay, arsenic, antimony. Here SB means what? Antimony. Okay, central atoms are changing here. Phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. So they belong to which group? Now central atoms here, 15th group. So phosphorus, okay, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. They belong to which group? Now 15th group. So in this case, again, phosphorus has more electronegativity central atom. If central atom is more electronegative, more bond angle will be there. Why more bond angle in case of more electronegative central atom? Due to more bond pair repulsion in Pi3 molecule. Due to more bond pair repulsion. So what happens is that when we take Pi molecule bonds here, 3 bonds, Pi bond, imagine. In that case here, Now phosphorus, when central atom is more electronegative, every bond pair will be close to phosphorus. Bond pair will be close to phosphorus. Electronegativity of phosphorus is more. That is why. Now bond pairs will be close to each other in Pi3. When bond pairs are very close to each other, they repel greater. They repel with each other to greater extent. So by repulsion, what happens now here? The bond angle will be increased. So that's why bond angle of Pi3 is more than ASI3 than SbI3. So bond angle is more if the central atom is more electronegative because of more repulsions between bond pairs and bond pairs. That point keep in mind. Next. So which has the smallest bond angle in the given molecule they ask here. So in all these cases here, what are the surrounding atoms here? 2 bromine, 1 oxygen, 2 bromine. Here 1 oxygen, 2 chlorine. Here 1 oxygen, 2 fluorine. Here 1 oxygen, 2 iodine. 2 iodine atoms around the central atom. Here central atom is sulfur like this here. So when central atom is same, here all these cases, less electronegative atom is what? Sulfur in all cases. Less electronegative atom is sulfur. So less electronegative atom will form central atom here. So when central atom is same, we have to check surrounding atoms. So oxygen also same surrounding atoms in all cases. Oxygen is same. But here iodine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Okay. So now here what they ask, the smallest bond angle they ask here. Smallest bond angle. So smallest bond angle will be there if electronegativity of surrounding atom is greater. Electronegativity of fluorine is highest here in the given species here. The surrounding atom fluorine has highest electronegativity. If surrounding atom has more electronegativity, the bond angle will be lesser. Okay, ma. So if you take central atoms, more electronegativity of central atom, more bond angle. But if you take same central atom in all cases and surrounding atoms are changing, suppose, if surrounding atom has more electronegativity, that bond angle will be smallest. That's why smallest bond angle in OSF2 because of more electronegative surrounding atoms here. Next, in xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride, hexafluoride. So the number of lone pairs of electrons on xenon respectively they ask here. So xenon belongs to which group? 18th group. So 8 valence electrons. Out of 8, 2 electrons given here. 6 electrons means 3 pairs. Here out of 8 valence electrons, xenon has contributed 4 electrons in 4 bonds. Still 4 electrons means 2 pairs there here. Here 3 pairs, here 2 pairs of lone pairs. Here xenon out of 8 electrons, 6 electrons given in 6 bonds. So 1 lone pair is there. So here 3 lone pairs, 2 lone pairs, 1 lone pair. So what we have taken now here, 3 lone pairs in first compound, second compound 2 lone pairs, third compound 1 lone pair respectively. And 60th, the molecular species SF4, CF4 and xenon tetrafluoride are having different types of geometries. Remember, the molecular shapes of these 3 species are different or same? They are different. Here different is there. Here also different is there. Not same. Here same cannot be taken. They are having different shapes. So different geometries you take first here. Shapes. Now in sulfur how many valence electrons are there? Ma? There are 6 valence electrons. Out of 6, how many electrons given in the 4 bonds? 4 electrons given. Still 2 electrons means how many lone pairs? 1 lone pair is there here. In CH4, CF4, carbon has 4 valence electrons. All the 4 valence electrons given in 4 bonds. Now no lone pairs on carbon. So 0 lone pairs on carbon here. Then xenon has how many valence electrons? 8. Out of 8 valence electrons, 4 electrons given in the 4 bonds. Okay, in the formation of 4 bonds. Still 4 electrons means how many pairs? 2 lone pairs. So in sulfur tetrafluoride, 1 lone pair, 0 lone pair, 2 lone pairs. So this will be answer. So in this way, the important areas of this chemical bonding are covered in this examination. Okay, I will send the same PPT. Please go through it later. Okay, ma'am. Bye. Good day.